Well, this is my second home. We spent a lot of time in the cab, so I think it's worth showing the cab. I keep sensitive stuff like my diagnostic tools in here. Stuff I want to kind of keep warm and not, like the cabinets, you can get moisture in there, so I don't want to keep electronics and stuff like my diagnostic laptop and that in the cabinets, right? I got my inverter, my battery charger. The inverter powers the battery charger, my laptop charger, all that. I got a little extension cord here. Sometimes when I'm working on a machine and my laptop's dead, I can actually, get an extension cord up there and charge my laptop while I'm plugged in if I need to. Yeah, I try to keep seat covers on the seats to keep them in decent shape, but as you can see, they get kicked pretty quick, or rat bagged pretty quick, or whatever you guys want to call it. I'll move the seat up so you can get a bit better view. But I got my heated lunchbox. So that gets really hot, like really hot, and I can put like a lasagna or something in there and have like a hot meal, which, like in when it's a piss raining day or something, you can have like a hot meal. That's like the best thing in the field ever. It's like, like food when you're camping, how good it is. Like you have like hot dogs and whatever when you're camping, but you're like, man, this is so good. But dude, nothing beats like a home cooked meal in the field that's hot. You're just like, it transports you to a whole other place. Yeah. I keep sometimes I keep parts. I try not to keep parts in the cab too much, but these were just some big gaskets that I wanted to keep flat and keep dry and not have any moisture damage. So I keep them in the parts in the cab because it'll be a job that I go to. I think next week I was telling you about that engine that I'm pulling and resealing. So I keep them in the cab to keep them straight and keep them from getting crushed, wet, whatever. I keep all my cubbies in here. I hang them up just behind the seat. Easy to grab, all that. Dirty cubbies usually end up in the back at the end of the day. Or honestly, a lot of times I'm just driving home in my dirty cubbies and I just turf them into the bin when I get home. But yeah, I keep a couple of different sets of cubbies just because I do have different requirements on certain sites. I like the basic blue ones. I don't know, I find, I don't look as dirty in them. The dirt kind of blends in a little better. That's why a lot of guys wear blue. But some sites require orange, so I keep orange ones. And I have a flame retardant orange as well. So I kind of had to cover all my bases. But I really do like wearing the blue. So I keep mostly blue. Yeah, I got like one pair of orange here, and it's literally for like a specific site that I can't mention that I go on. And they just like most of these companies, a lot of them have their own requirements for high vis and what they want. So orange, 4-inch will get you onto any site. But if I can, I just stick to my blue. So I don't know why. I like it that way. Like I said, I look a little cleaner in blue. I look better in blue, I think. These are flame proof, like fire retardant Nomex cubbies. Yeah. So yeah, I try to keep those ones. I don't use the flame proof or fire retardant cubbies often. Just if I got like a lot of welding that day or whatever, like I'm doing something, where I have to soak myself in water when I'm torching out something, then yeah, I wear my fire retardant. Or if a site requires it, I don't know. I just try to cover my bases with that. I'll pull these gaskets out for now. Because like I said, safety's huge. You want to be prepared. I got a first aid kit. I got eye wash. I got some random stuff in here, like my hard hat, a belt from a job that was, yeah. Anyways, sometimes there's random parts in here. I'll just get those out of the way for now. But yeah, I got my Sani wipes, my window cleaner, my quick mix 2-stroke mixing bottle, because sometimes I take my dirt bike out with this thing. So yeah, just like Sean had dirt bike parts on his, so I got dirt bike parts on mine. Yeah, a spare pair of socks because I hate wet feet, and I have a spare set of boots there, and then my gummy boots are behind the seat because I always keep a set of gum boots too, because you never know if you got real mucky, shitty stuff that you're walking in, and then you put your gummies on. Or muck boots, or whatever. Yeah, toques, that kind of stuff. I actually got like 2 pairs of socks in here. It's always good to have extra. Won't need it much longer, but bug spray, I actually usually have like a few of these because sometimes you run out and then you forget to restock or whatever. So you always try to keep a few of those because there's nothing worse than like wrenching and having like sweat dripping off you and mosquitoes buzzing around your ears. It's enough to make you go crazy sometimes. But yeah, hand wipes, like the kind of greasy boy wipes for wiping my hands when they're greasy. Yeah, and then yeah, just my eye wash bottles in here, easy to get to. You know, emergency eye wash. I you know, as soon as I use it, or I haven't had to use it really, but just replace it, refill it, that kind of thing. It's cheap. It's just like saline, I think. I don't know. But always keep one on your truck because you never know if you get in your eye. And a lot of times we're by ourselves, so you always want to be prepared to treat yourself, right? And you know, treat yourself kind of thing, right? Like, what was that off of? It's not a show. I don't remember. But, you know, you want to treat yourself. You want to be able to, you know, if you get a boo-boo, you want to fix it. You get something in your eyes, you want to flush it out, you know. I keep a hoodie in there. Then we got my pewters. That's where I keep my pewters because I keep them dry and safe. And yeah, I got a Visi vest because sometimes I just show up on site just without coveys on, and I put my Visi vest on if I'm just looking over something quick and I don't want to get all kitted out for whatever I'm doing. I got a package of safety glasses. Like I said, I keep a lot of safety glasses. There's a ton on the dash. There's some in here and in here. Keep a lot of safety glasses because I hate getting on. I hate it when people get on my case about safety stuff on sites, or you know. So you keep a lot of safety glasses because you put a clean pair on and you don't notice it. You know, when your glasses are all scuffed up and shitty, you take them off, you put them on your head, you forget. Safety guy comes over and yells at you, and yeah. So just make it easy for yourself. I keep a lot of safety glasses, and I get comfy ones. I have one type I always buy. I just find them comfy. You find a type that fits your face and buy a whack of them. I don't know. That's easy advice, I guess. I don't know, something stupid that some people don't think about, but make your life easier when it comes to that kind of stuff, I find. Lights. I keep, like we were talking about earlier, lots of light. Like I said, we end up working at night a lot or early morning, and the days are getting shorter here. I know it's not the same everywhere you go, but where we are, when it's dark at like 5, 6 o'clock or 4, you know, the sun starts going down early and it's hard to work in the dark, and we can't be cutting our day short just because the sun's not out anymore. So you keep lots of light on you. I keep 2 of these. I try to keep them charged at all times because when one dies, I can still keep working because I got a backup, or I got the other lights in there, because the lights on the outside of the truck are just for the site if I'm doing stuff outside. But when you got your head in a machine, you know, some guys use headlamps. I've never been a fan of headlamps. I like these. I can stick them on somewhere. I'm not gonna, you know, it's not gonna flop around on my head. I just stick them to something. And then I told you I don't lose a lot of tools, but I do lose a lot of picks, and I may have lost a few lights because they're magnetic and they stick to the machine, and you have a long day and a lot of times you're using it, you know, it's like late at night and you pack up in a hurry and you go and you just forgot your $200 snap-on light under the hood of something, and you're like, right, what do you do? True story. I lost 2, and don't tell my wife that I lost like $400 in lights. So I stopped buying expensive lights though. You can buy these ones. They're fairly cheap actually, and they're really good. They're bright, and I like them because they fit in a ton of places. Like they're not super big and gargantuan. You just stick them somewhere and forget about them and then leave them. But yeah, lights are huge. I don't know. That's a big thing. You got to see what you're doing. So like I said, I like to make things easy for myself. So lots of lights, you know, lots of glasses, lots of stuff like that, lots of gloves. Some sites require you to wear gloves at all times. I know a lot of mechanics or whatever, those are mittens, you know, this and that, whatever they want to say. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want my you know, palms to be all shitty and cracked and stuff, right? Like You know, I know people that have like industrial dermatitis or whatever it's called, when their hands start to crack and get really nasty. And I'm not wearing gloves right now. I usually wear nitriles at least. They're there for your safety. They're there to help you, man, and keep you healthy. All that stuff, all these nasty chemicals that we deal with, you can keep them off your skin. It's easy, you know. Just, yeah, it's a little inconvenient, but I've always been a big kind of like preventative, like wear gloves. They're cheap insurance. I buy these big packs of these ones, and man, when they get scungy like that, you throw them out and you get a new set. Like, these are disgusting. I'll never wear those again. But yeah, now I got a new set for next time. Yeah, gloves are cheap. They save your hands. You make money with your hands. So I'm a big kind of, you know, advocate of just protecting yourself and keeping your hands in good shape, because that's what makes us our money. Yeah, got a few hats back here. I don't know, keeps your hair clean. That's about the only reason for those. Carry a lot of catalogs for some reason. I just like for my suppliers, I keep a few catalogs in behind there, because I don't know, you never know when you want to look up a fitting, see if it even exists. Like, oh, can I actually adapt this to that with one fitting? You know, if you're doing an install on something. So yeah, I keep like some hydraulic supplier catalogs, a few industrial supplier catalogs, and then I can look it up quickly and see. You know, that's about all I carry for paper stuff. I don't carry manuals for machines. All that's on my computer. You know, a lot of old school guys will have like books and stacks of books and paper manuals, and they just get like disgusting and greasy and trash after a while, and they're not worth anything then. But all my manuals are on my computer, so I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Why 3 air fresheners?
Why 3? Good things come in 3. That's about it. I don't have a reason. I just put them on there. I kind of like these little goggly ones. I don't know. They're kind of neat looking. And then I just stuck a new one up the other day or a couple weeks back or something. I don't know. And I just didn't haven't thrown the other ones out. Maybe I'm not sentimental, but I do kind of like those, so I haven't thrown them out yet. Yeah, lots of napkins too. I always carry a lot of napkins with me because, I don't know, I hate being gooey. I hate driving and, like, you know, not that you should eat and drive, you never do that. But you know, you're like sitting there and you spill some schmoo from your burger on you, and I hate being messy. So I always carried lots of napkins, and yeah, keep my service decals and all that kind of stuff in here, you know, for putting on when I do a service or whatever. We can talk about this kind of control panel. This is the control panel. Yeah, just my lights for my switches and everything. Beacon, work lights, cabinet lights. When I get my box heater, I'll wire it into this one too, so I can turn the box heater off and on. Bush radio, or just a radio, whatever you want to call it. You can listen to people all over. It's got all the RR channels and LD and all that. It's just for staying in communication when you're on, like when you're off-road and stuff and you're going into the bush. A lot of these, like you'll notice it if you go up, like, you know, the Forest Service roads, they'll have a sign there that says, you know, RR whatever 25 or 15 or, you know, 2 or something, like whatever the channel is that you're supposed to be on. Yeah, so there's all these channels. I got a whack of channels, but a lot of them are some are customer specific. You know, you say you pull on a site and you go onto their channel and you can talk to, you know, or just listen and see if there's, you know, traffic coming on a one-way or something like that. That's mostly what it's for, it's just traffic, safety, that kind of stuff. Safety, everything seems to always boil down to safety. You know, you go on a bush road and you'll be coming down and you hear somebody call out, like, you know, like you're going up and you're at kilometer 10 and you hear somebody on there saying, oh, loaded 15 down. You're like, okay, well, I got 5K to expect this guy, you know, in the next 5K, right? And, you know, then you hear 13 down and you're at, you know, 12 at that point. Now you're like, okay, I should pull off so I don't get run over by a loaded logging truck, right? And it's a safety thing. A lot of people go out in the bush and go up these roads in their Jeep or whatever, and they don't have radios. And I've come across it a few times. I'm sure other guys that do this have, and a lot of us have. And you get these guys and they're flying up and they're in their little, like, whatever, side-by-side or Jeep or something, and they don't have radios and they don't know what's going on. and you have close calls because, you know, this guy's flying up and all of a sudden there's a logging truck there loaded or whatever. And, you know, logging trucks are huge. They're not going to stop on a switchback or something. They'll cut, you know, the corner and there's no way for you to get by. So it is a good idea if you're going in the bush to have a bush radio, just to have the resource road channels. You know, that was a whole other safety thing, but it is something that like we keep on our trucks because we want to stay in contact. I'm a big truck-ish, you know, like I'm big enough that like I gotta be able to pull over and plan my like a pull out kind of thing. So, you know, a loaded logging truck's coming down on a narrow or whatever, and you can plan ahead and say, yeah, you know, I'm 12K in the clear. So then he doesn't have to worry about hitting somebody that he knows is coming up, and I don't have to worry about getting smoked. So it's yeah, it's you know, it's just safety. It's staying in touch with you know, it's a work site. You know, the bush is a work site. It's not yeah, it's for recreation too, but a lot of us go and make our money in the bush, and that's where we go to work. And I don't as much, but a lot of my buddies that do this, that's where they're at every day. And you know, we all want to get home, and accidents happen, but that's something that can avoid it. Like anything, it's just one more thing to prevent an accident. So, you know, why wouldn't you do it? You're getting paid to do it. So, yeah. In case you can't tell, I'm big on safety. I try not to be a safety narc, but you know, the thing is, you get narked on or whatever, and I mean, it's only your job that you're gonna lose if you do or whatever, right? Or, you know, worst case, you lose your life or something, or someone else's. So that's why safety is a big deal in this industry, you know. Yeah, it really gets drilled into you when you're an apprentice. So, you know, you might as well keep on that habit, right? Yeah, a lot of sites won't let you on if they know you're an unsafe guy. You get booted from a site and it's one shot, that's it. You're not allowed back, so might as well be safe. Anyways, boring stuff. Yeah, nothing interesting in there. My wallet. Oh, that's my my service truck. My mistress. If you got any questions, leave them in the comments for us, and yeah, we'll try to answer. To support this channel, like, comment, and subscribe. It turns out the truck video ended up way longer. So click here, click here, click here. You can even click here.